Mina, is it possible that the Patriots defense could be underestimated going into this season?
First, I'd like to say you explaining expected points added so clearly just warms my heart, Field, because that is the proper way to look at efficiency. But honestly, you could pull any statistic, and the Patriots defense ranked in the top 5 last year. They weren't really talked about because the offense was so putrid, but they were one of the best units in the NFL, and I firmly expect them to be one of the best defenses this year because, frankly, they got better. This was what they focused on in the draft, perhaps to the consternation of people who wanted them to help Mac Jones, but they added depth up front with Keyshawn White, Marte Mapu at linebacker, and then one of my favorite picks of all, Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback, who gives them size in the secondary. This is going to be an elite unit. And when you consider that, as good as the AFC East is, and I realize they seem to be the overlooked team with the arrival of Aaron Rodgers and what the Dolphins did on offense and the defense this offseason, and of course the Bills' continued dominance, all the Patriots' offense needs to be is average for this team to be competitive. And frankly, I think with the change of coordinator, that's entirely achievable. So all I'm saying is this was one of the best defenses in the NFL. It's going to continue to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. So don't overlook this team just because of what's been happening elsewhere in the AFC East.
Yeah, and I piggyback off of Mina, and I use word for word of everything she just said. I mean, when you look at the New England Patriots, I think we still stuck in this Tom Brady era in our minds. Oh, my God, they can't do anything. That defense has always been good under Belichick. Yes, they bend, don't break. They're not a sexy name team. They don't have the names on the defense or the offensive side of the ball. So I think a lot of people just overlook that because you look at Miami, you look at what the New York Jets have done, you also look at the Buffalo Bills, and there's a lot of Pro Bowls and names and things of that nature. You look at the New England Patriots when they were winning Super Bowls and dominating the AFC. They didn't have a lot of star power. They were doing it with just guys and great coaching. And I think they get back to that. They got away from it last year. They implemented guys that in the offensive side, and Joe Judge and Matt Patricia had no business calling the offense.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick dialed it up, Jeff, and he said, hey, I tell you what, Nick, why don't you let me get my guy Bill O'Brien back to help me try to make another run at this thing? I think they'll be fine. I don't know what fine means, but I think they'll be better than they were a year ago.
That's right. I mean, 15th overall offense 2 years ago. Then they made the colossal mistake with Judge and Patricia. They go to the 26th overall offense. With Bill O'Brien, they should come back to at least middle of the road. I think that's what makes this AFC East so fascinating. You know, I'm not trying to take away from what the Bills, Jets, and Dolphins have done by hoisting the Patriots up there, but this is the kind of division where we could either see 3 teams come out of it into the playoffs, or they could just cannibalize each other and just tear each other apart to the point where we're really only seeing potentially 1 or maybe 2 with a wild card. But I think that's what makes this division so fascinating and what will ultimately make it such that I don't think it would be a surprise for any of these teams to ultimately end up in that first spot by the end of the season.
Yeah, Key, I'm having a hard time spotting a bad team in this division, but do you feel like the Patriots still profiles that 4th place team in the AFC East?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
I don't know because I don't know what the Bills are. I know Bills got great quarterback and some receivers, and they got a great team, but I don't know what they're going to be yet. I just don't know.
It's like Stump the Schwab right there for you, right, Key? By the way, I didn't get your thoughts on EPA. We'll save that for next week's show here on NFL Live.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.